Hey guys, I'm the Coaster Keat, and welcome back to AI Dungeon. Last time we tried out the weekly option and became a furious tiger trainer that just ended up shooting down a bunch of lizards. This time we are going back to the secret setting 0 because I, for one, am extremely curious at what happens if you do 0 and then you say yes, because the last time we did this, when they asked us, are you sure about that, we said no. And I'm wondering if that ended up changing the entire course of everything we did. So this time, we are going to say yes. It said, are you sure about that again? Interesting. You're a Coaster Keat, and you are actually in a simulation. Seriously, this was the only way that we could tell you without them finding out. We've been running this simulation for about 2 months now, and it's been an interesting ride so far. Oh, that explains it! So this whole COVID-19 thing was all a simulation. Oh, it makes so much sense now. Thank you for clarifying, AI Dungeon. Now I can go ahead, unplug myself from the Matrix and go on with my life. I am so glad that I went in and did this today. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Okay, but seriously, let's go ahead and keep going. We've been running the simulation for about 2 months now, and it has been an interesting ride so far. I guess that is why you have such a strong connection to it. You see, this is where you were meant to be. But then where... Bird. But then where am I? Because if this is where I am meant to be, then where am I actually? That's my question. Where am I, you ask? I'm here, the voice responds. What do you mean? You're not really dead, are you? That's what I thought when I first saw your body floating in space after we had left the ship. Dead? Space? That doesn't seem right. I never was one to want to risk going in a rocket ship in the first place. Okay, how did I misspell rocket ship? Oh, it's 2 words. Screw you. It's 1 word for me. But it really doesn't seem right, because I personally never thought that risk of going in a, in a spaceship, a rocket, all the way to space, I never thought that was worth the risk, considering how many of them kind of had these unfortunate incidents, and I don't know, just seemed weird. Anyway, the voice says nothing. It just continues to speak. So I see what you're doing here, game. It's not saying it, it's just speaking. Because those are 2 completely separate things that can be separate. Yes, that makes sense. We have been playing with you for some time now, and it seems you are becoming more attached to this simulation than we expected. I mean, while it's true that, all things considered, the COVID situation is not as bad as I thought it would be, and it's kind of nice to be able to just sit in my room and do nothing for a little while, and to be able to call my friends at any time, and to have my bird with me, and yeah, I guess it's true, I am becoming attached to the simulation the more I think about it. So what does that mean for me? Oh, I did not end the quotation marks. That might become a problem. It means that you will die soon. In fact, it already happened once before. How did that happen? Well, we placed you in another simulation. One about space travel. And you got a bit too curious about the outside of the spaceship. It went about how you'd expect. The voice says nothing, it just continues to speak. Now I know that you don't like change, but there is no other way for us to test our theories. Theories? What theories? Am I just a test subject to you? You better not ignore me again, game. I swear. You better not. You jerk. The voice says nothing. It just continues to speak. Yes, you are a test subject. Do I have a number then? If I'm a test subject, I want to know what my number is. No, but you will eventually, just as we predicted. See, then what the hell is this all about? The voice says nothing. It just continues to speak. Why won't you give me a straight answer? Hey, bird. The voice says nothing. It just continues to speak. Hello? Anybody there? Come on, you can't just ignore me forever, gang. You have to respond at some point. You hear a female voice from somewhere on the ship. You look around and see that it comes from inside a room near the front of the ship. Alright, let's go ahead and head towards the voice. I guess we're on a ship. I don't know if it's a spaceship. I'm going to assume so, but it could just be some random ship crossing the Pacific Ocean. I don't know. You walk towards the voice and find yourself staring at a woman wearing a black jumpsuit. She looks at you, her eyes wide open, and she has long blonde hair down to her waist. Her face shows signs of shock. Am I not supposed to be here or something? I don't want to cause any trouble if I can help it. I'm just trying to go about. She smiles at you and nods. Then she turns away from you and walks back into the room. The door closes behind her. So are you just going to give me the silent treatment like everyone else around here? Or 'cause I really am not in the mood for that. You turn away from the voice and begin walking away. As you do so, you notice that the woman who was speaking to you earlier has followed you out of sight. You look back at her, but now she's gone again. Well, that was strange. And then let's go ahead and explore the ship. You continue to walk away from the voice until you reach a large hangar bay. There are several ships parked here, some with people standing by repairing them, and others without anyone in sight. You approach one of the larger ships and enter its cockpit. Alright, let's look over its controls and determine if we can use them. Controls. I want to know if I can make a getaway. I mean, if this is a simulation, then maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm really lost without these big, bright beams of light that are shining on the exact people that I need to talk to at the exact moment I need to talk to them. You stand in the middle of the small control room and look around. Several consoles line both walls, each displaying different information. On one wall is a display showing various readings from various sensors, ranging from temperature to pressure levels to radiation levels. Alright, let's examine, examine radiation levels. Am I in danger of cooking as I stand here, or? You turn your attention to the radiation level display. You see that there are two readings displayed. One reading is the normal background radiation level, while another reads high enough to cause immediate harm. You can read the second reading and note that it's higher than any other reading you've seen before. Yeah, I I probably shouldn't. Nah, I shouldn't stick around here, but at the same time, I'm more interested in where that reading is coming from. So let's determine where the high radiation levels are coming from. And then we'll be able to talk to ourselves, be like, we probably shouldn't be here, and then walk away. You walk over to the display and look to the various screens. You see that all readings are within acceptable limits. You turn your attention back to the screen displaying radiation levels. You see that the highest reading is now at 20 milligrams per kilogram. I have no idea what that means because I have no sense of scale. Alright, let's make a mental note of it and leave the ship. It doesn't seem like there's much we can do, so we'll just continue on. You quickly write down the number 20 milligrams per kilogram as you decide what to do next. You turn to leave the room and begin walking away from the voice. You feel someone grab your arm, but you don't pay it much mind. So, if you really want me to stay, you better speak up. And let's go ahead and say that to the person grabbing our arm. I'm not going to deal with a bunch of mutes. I want to know why they are keeping me here. The person grabs your arm and says, "I'm sorry, sir, but we're not sure about this arrangement. We need more time to research it further." And what arrangement may that be? I can't spell arrangement, but that's okay. I need to know the arrangement. You can't just tell me I'm in a deal and then not give me the terms of the deal. Oh, you're just going to stay silent? Is that it? You better not. You turn to leave. You hear a voice behind you, "Sir, please wait." You turn around and see a man holding a pistol in his hand. He doesn't look threatening, but he does have an air of authority about him. I'll wait if you tell me what's going on. Say please, I'll wait. The man looks confused for a moment, then turns to leave. You follow after him out of the room. I think I just mind controlled the dude because I'm pretty sure he was in charge of the situation. And then I just kind of looked at him and I was like, "I'll wait." And then he's like, "Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine." You walk along corridors and past rooms filled with machinery and computers. What exactly is it that you do here? Well, I work for the corporation called Citizenship, which is responsible for running the Citizenship Center. They handle everything related to citizenship, including issuing passports, registering births and deaths, etc. And this citizenship doesn't happen to be a life simulating agency, does it? You reply, "Yes, I believe so." You continue, "Why would they do such a thing? What purpose does it serve?" I don't know. Apparently the game doesn't know either. We got the two U's again, gosh darn it. You say, "It seems like a very strange practice to me." You continue, "How can you be certain, though? There could be any number of reasons why they'd want to simulate your life in some way. Could it even just be for entertainment purposes, or something else entirely?" So, what you mean to tell me is that my life has meaning. I just have no way of determining what that meaning is without dying. Right? That's what you're telling me. I feel like I always have to get these a little bit existential, because it's option 0, and option 0 is nothing without an existential crisis. You say, annoyed by the question, but not angry enough to stop you, are now able to answer the question. You continue saying, your life has meaning because it allows you to live and experience things that most people never get to experience. Like what? I guess that means like everything I'm experiencing now, like a pandemic and making a YouTube channel and having great friends and family and a parakeet that interrupts my videos. I guess those are the things that most people never get to experience. I mean, let alone all the places I've traveled and all the things I've done, but all the things I mentioned are what's more important to me. I see. You nod your head slowly as you think back to when you were little. When you were young, you had a lot of fun playing games and pretending to be someone else. I did. It's all very exciting at the time, and it gave you a sense of accomplishment. Yeah, it's true. When I was a little kid, I loved pretending I was a superhero. That much is true. And, sense of accomplishment? A little bit. Felt good having all those kids think I was something special. Now this is fake. Eventually you grew up and got married and had children. As you got older, your real life starts to intrude more into your imaginary world. Your real life involves responsibilities, worries, and problems that need solving. Well, other than the married and children part, the rest of that's pretty accurate. Eventually, you start to lose interest in playing pretend and you find yourself having to deal with reality. You say, that makes sense. You smile at the memory of how much fun you used to have when you were younger. So, is there a way to go back? I suppose there is. You pause for a moment, thinking about what you should say next. You decide on one of two options. The first option is to deny that there's anything wrong and insist that your life has meaning. And what's the second? This will probably result in an argument, and you'll end up looking like a fool. The second option is to admit that there is something wrong and ask if you can return it to normal. If this option works out, then you won't look quite as foolish. Let's go with take the second option. You say, no, I'm sorry, but I don't believe there is a way to go back. My life has meaning, and it doesn't matter if it's real or not. After some thought, you realize that maybe you're being too hard on yourself. Maybe you're overanalyzing everything too much, and that's why your life isn't making sense anymore. You decide that your life has meaning and move on from here. And anyways, that's where I'm going to end it. I think this got perfectly existential. I'm going to have trouble trying to think of a different title from the one from the past video because this so existential, but I am thankful to the game for pointing out what really matters to me in some cheesy way, and that it does it. And anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you 61 subscribers that there are now. If you're new here, thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. And anyways, if you like this kind of video, you can go ahead and subscribe. I try to get these out every other day. I'm not perfect at all. I make a lot of mistakes. I get overwhelmed sometimes, so please bear with me when that happens. But mostly every other day, so if you want to subscribe and get notified when that happens, please go ahead. Otherwise, if you like this video, go ahead and like the video so I know to make more of it. And if you have any prompts for AI Dungeon, you can leave those in the comments as well, and I will try and get to them. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that you all soar high and enjoy your ride of life. Bye!